The Chinese had such an impact and continue to have an impact in this city.
Through overcoming barriers of acceptance, the Chinese have become one of the most successful immigrant groups in the U.S.
When you look at the history and when you look not only at the development of Chinatown and the way that it impacted the economy of the city of New York and bringing things, I mean, that exists today. I mean, when people come to New York City, if they either live in the outer boroughs or they come tourists from all over the world, what is one of the places that they want to see, that they want to visit? Chinatown.
New York's Chinatown in Manhattan has a history dating back to the mid-1800s. The New York Department of Records has kept items documenting the history of Chinese residents of the city, as well as Chinese gifts to different mayors of New York.
One of the items that we had on display was a ceremonial fan that was given as a gift to Mayor Dinkins in 1992.
This scroll was a gift to Mayor Bloomberg. It shows three rivers converging into the Bohai Sea.
It was, I think it's 8 feet long, and it was the highlight of the exhibit because it took up the whole back of the room. So it was a very beautiful scroll. It came in a decorative box.
Historical records tell the journey of development of Chinese in New York, from mugshots of Chinese gangsters in the early days of Chinatown to photos of Chinese people marching on the streets in protest against the Japanese invasion of China just before World War II. Chinese immigrants met obstacles from a society that was slow to accept them.
This is a letter from Chu Feng, and he was a manager of the Chinese concert hall. And what he was requesting was that they had open the hall on Sundays for services, for church services for the Chinese or whatever. It was actually, since it was against the law at the time, he requested to the mayor, yeah, it was against the law. So it was denied because it was considered against the law to open the establishment on Sunday. So what we have behind it is a backup letter from the police department a year later. They fined him $500. They revoked his license.
Yet acceptance did come. This monument commemorates Chinese Americans who fought for American values. One in particular, Benjamin Kim Lau, served as a bomber pilot in World War II, until Japanese planes shot down his aircraft near Papua New Guinea in 1944. The Department of Records has the original document, naming the small square near Chinatown after the war hero.
In 1959, this local law was established, and Kim Lau was actually a lieutenant, and he was a bomber pilot, I think the first bomber pilot, for a Chinese bomber pilot. And in his honor, this was established in 1959. The monument was created.
The Department of Records prides itself on documenting the histories of various groups within the city. Their next exhibition will be African Americans in the U.S. military.